Bella stormed forward furiously to confront the group, demanding to know if they had bullied Jacob, but instead of a serious response, she was met with laughter and mockery. Unable to tolerate it any longer, Bella slapped one of them. In a sudden burst of rage, the person she slapped transformed into a giant wolf before her eyes. Jacob shouted Bella's name, and immediately transformed into a werewolf himself, throwing himself between her and the massive creature. Seeing Jacob change into a werewolf left Bella's mind completely blank. Before she could recover, she was taken to the werewolf tribe. It was only then that Bella realized the giant wolf who had saved her before had actually been one of them. Just then Jacob returned joking and roughhousing with his companions. He then sat down and explained everything to Bella. It turned out that Jacob's ancestors were werewolves, and the vampire family Edward belonged to were their mortal enemies. In order to maintain peace, the two clans had signed a treaty. As long as no humans were harmed, they would not interfere with each other. They had chosen to leave to protect Bella from getting hurt. Hearing all this, Bella felt incredibly foolish. Everyone around her had left because of how weak and helpless she was. Her last hope of moving on with life instantly vanished. In total despair, she walked to the edge of a cliff ready to end her life. Even though Edward's hallucination repeatedly begged her to stop, Bella still jumped without hesitation. As the waves tossed her around, Bella quickly lost consciousness. Fortunately, Jacob happened to be nearby and rescued her just in time. This time Bella, reborn from the brink of death, decided to let everything go. She was just about to accept Jacob's confession of love when she saw Alice's car, Edward's vampire sister, parked in front of her house. Overcome with emotion, she rushed inside. It turned out that Alice, who could see into the future, had foreseen Bella's suicide attempt and rushed over immediately. At that moment, Jacob received a phone call, and his expression darkened. It was Edward on the line. But in an attempt to stop Bella from going back to Edward, Jacob deliberately hid the fact that Bella was still alive. This lie caused Edward to break down completely. Without Bella, he no longer saw any reason to live. He sought out the Vampire Enforcer clan and asked them to kill him, but the enforcers, intrigued by Edward's rare gift of reading others' minds, were reluctant to destroy him. With no other option, Edward decided that the next day at noon, when the sun would be at its highest, he would expose himself to sunlight in front of a crowd, revealing his true identity as a vampire, thereby forcing the Enforcer clan to execute him. Meanwhile, Alice used her powers of foresight to see Edward's impending suicide. Upon hearing this, Bella decided to travel with Alice to save Edward. Despite Jacob's desperate pleas for her to stay, Bella made her choice without hesitation. Between Jacob and Edward, she chose Edward. After a long and urgent journey, they finally arrived at a crowded town square, just as Edward stepped into the sunlight.